Well, last night we brought you a story about two out-of-state teenagers arrested for prank calling 911. Well, tonight, the family of one of those teens is sharing their side to the story. They don't deny their brother made that call, but still don't believe he should be locked up. News Channel 8's Nicole Rogers continues our coverage of this story. Now, Nicole, if he did indeed call 911, reporting a fake crime, why is his family vouching for him tonight?
Well, Paula, the teen's sisters claim he was not only manipulated into making the call, but they say their house also got swatted. Tonight, we're digging into that claim and the anonymity of it all.
Very devastating. I've never seen my brother in the shape that he's in now.
The last time this pair of sisters saw their 15-year-old brother was at a juvenile detention center in Hartford, Connecticut. Since then, he has been extradited to Florida.
He cried in my arms. It was devastating.
Polk County Sheriff Grady Judd says 3 teens were playing Fortnite online when they started arguing. The sheriff says it went downhill from there when the teens called to report a crime that never happened.
Usually teenagers online and they're playing games and one gets mad at the other or one gets mad because he lost the game to someone, looks up his address, and then he calls the local police department or sheriff's office.
But the teen's family says that isn't the case. They claim someone online threatened their brother into making the call, saying if he didn't, private information about their family would be posted online. But when that teen was threatened a second time, his sisters say he refused. So someone swatted their home a few days later. East Hartford police confirmed they responded to the home and determined it was a fake 911 call. Now the teen faces felony charges in Polk County.
I feel that he's being used as an example to other individuals that may think about swatting or think that swatting is cool, but he is not the person to be using as an example because he was manipulated as well.
So what is it that makes people online feel so daring? We went to a Bay Area gamer to find out.
Anonymity is a big thing. I'm never going to see that person online that I just talked all this mad, crazy things about me, and I'm never going to see them.
The Polk County Sheriff's Office says if the family's statements are true, it's something their local law enforcement should look into. The 15-year-old's next court date is next Friday. A 14-year-old from Syracuse, New York, was also extradited and charged in the case. For now, live at the Tampa News Center, Nicole Rogers, 8 on your side.
A 6-year-old boy was found dead this morning after wandering away from home.
Yeah, the boy disappeared last night in the area of Ross Lane in Pasco County, and News Channel 8's Victoria Lucas is in that neighborhood tonight.
A Pasco County Sheriff deputies say 6-year-old Corey Chester was found dead earlier this morning after an hours-long search for him last night. His parents say he was found dead in the pond of this gated community behind me.
It's just sad. I can't imagine. My heart goes out to them.
Katie Lester lives in the Crescent Forest community here on Ross Lane and was taking her dogs out Thursday evening when she noticed someone.
I caught a flash of a purple shirt, just maybe the midsection, and I turned to look at my dog and turned back, and they were gone.
She soon heard yelling and found out it was a child that she saw.
I see the cops, so I flagged them down and said, who are you looking for? And originally they said it was a green shirt, and I said, okay, well, I saw somebody with a purple shirt that I didn't see a face or anything, but then it did come out later that he was in a purple shirt.
That 6-year-old was Corey Chester, the son of a family living doors down from Lester. The little boy's parents declined to speak on camera, but shared their garage door was left open for a few minutes while their son was taking out the trash. We're told Corey has autism and wandered off into the gated community. Sheriff deputies say he was last seen around 8:45 Thursday night and was found at around 1 the next morning. His parents say he was found in the pond at the housing complex.
Can't imagine how they must be feeling right now.
I just can't imagine their pain. I would just say I'm so sorry and condolences.
We reached out to sheriff deputies for any updates into this investigation, and they say for now there are none, but the investigation remains ongoing. In Pasco County, Victoria Lucas, 8 on your side.
The demolition process for the Howard Franklin Bridge is now underway, and today you can already see crews beginning to take some parts of the bridge. News Channel 8's Alessandra Young shows us what you can expect during this period.
Demolition on the 1960s bridge where I'm standing right now has already begun. Now, FDOT shut the road off to people earlier this week, and they said that this entire process is going to work kind of like the opposite of an assembly line. So FDOT did let us go through one final ride through before the bridge is totally gone, and we wanted to take you all along for the ride.
The old Howard Franklin Bridge is coming down piece by piece. It may look a little unusual as you drive by, though.
We're deconstructing the bridge, right? So we're going to start at the center of the bridge, and we'll have two crews working in opposite directions towards the Hillsborough and the Pinellas side.
David Alonzo with FDOT says the contractors are hitting the ground running, and in our video, you can already see the crews starting to work.
It's not a cheap operation. They have a lot of water vessels out there, a lot of barges. The cranes are on the barges that are ready to stay out here to start picking pieces off the bridge.
As part of the ride along, they let us sign the bridge before it's torn down. This bridge demo is one part of FDOT's $865 million project, where they're connecting a bunch of locations on both sides of the bay, from the West Shore interchange to the new 275 express lanes in Pinellas County.
This is just one major connection for that system that we're building.
Alonzo says they have a very methodical plan to take down these 3 miles of bridge.
To maximize efficiency, but also safety. We also have hurricane season. We're in one right now, so we got to keep that in mind. And the contractor has put all the thought into how to do this.
FDOT says they expect for this entire demolition to be in line with the rest of the project. So for this entire bridge to be gone by spring of 2026. In Pinellas County, I'm Alessandra Young, 8 on your side.
President Trump has repeatedly said that he planned to start phasing out the Federal Emergency Management Agency after hurricane season.
But while in Texas meeting with first responders and grieving those families, the president was questioned on the federal response to last week's deadly flooding, as well as the future of FEMA. 8 on your side investigator Brittany Muller joins us in studio with more.
Stacey, Josh, good evening. The fate of FEMA is up in the air. A White House official tells News Nation that a FEMA review council now plans to reform the agency. But while in Texas today, President Donald Trump did not address the FEMA's future.
President Trump is in Texas surveying the aftermath of last week's catastrophic flooding that left more than 100 people dead.
I've never seen anything like it.
It comes amid the administration facing scrutiny over FEMA's future. Since the start of his second term, the president has made this promise.
We want to wean off of FEMA, and we want to bring it down to the state level.
FEMA has an annual budget of around $30 billion, and prior to layoffs, employed more than 20,000 people. On Sunday, Trump signed a major declaration for Texas, making federal funding available for Kirk County and 5 surrounding counties.
It ensures that we're going to be able to more effectively respond and help rebuild.
Democratic Florida Representative Jared Moskowitz says he's alarmed by how Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem has handled the Texas tragedy.
Emergencies and disasters are always locally executed. The state manages them, and then the federal government comes in and supports that. What we are doing here, sir, is empowering the state and the local officials to make the best decisions for their people, because they know their people, they know their community, and when they ask, then we come in and support them.
Moskowitz is calling for an investigation into what he says is FEMA's delayed response. But with the administration's previous pledge to get rid of FEMA and bring it down to the state level, Pinellas County residents who repeatedly experience flooding fear if FEMA funds aren't available, how will they get help? And from who?
Then it's probably going to come in some form of tax. It always does, right? So I don't know if it'll be property taxes will go up, or if homeowners insurance will just increase to offset that. But certainly it'll come back to us. Like, there's no way it doesn't, right?
President Trump created a 12-member FEMA review council to determine the agency's future role. The council is expected to release a report in November on how to improve federal disaster response. I'm Brittany Muller, 8 on your side.
At 4 on your side.
Good afternoon. I'm Paula Suro.
And I'm Stacey Scheibel. Thank you for joining us. A 6-mile stretch in Lakeland sees up to 40,000 vehicles a day, and it's full of small businesses and a lot of history.
That's right, but it's also home to aging infrastructure and housing needs. Polk County Bureau reporter Stacey De Silva joins us now live from Memorial Boulevard in Lakeland, and a new vision is taking shape there. Stacey.
Yeah, Paula and Stacy, Memorial Boulevard is widely used, but for some it's more of a drive-through corridor than someplace they want to stop and spend time. But this new vision plan approved by the City Commission aims to change that, and a local restaurant owner is excited.
Memorial Boulevard has a lot of history here in Lakeland.
For the past 3 decades, Tapatio's, a Mexican restaurant, has been a part of Memorial Boulevard's story. Owner Renee Vargas says the city provided a revitalization grant in 2020 to make improvements to the structure and the patio. Keeping the exterior looking good is important to him.
We do blow it every morning to keep it nice and clean. It's very, very important because if people come in and see the parking lot clean, they're going to say, oh, I like this place already.
Vargas is hopeful a newly approved revitalization strategy will bring that same attention to the rest of Memorial Boulevard, which a city report shows has a 25% commercial vacancy rate.
We have to advocate for the entire corridor experience.
Plans include improving walkability with sidewalk and crosswalk repairs, repurposing existing motels, encouraging mixed use and workforce housing, and redeveloping anchor sites. The city describes Memorial Boulevard as Lakeland's gateway, running from I-4 to East Lake Parker Drive. Its report finds the boulevard is perceived these days as dangerous for pedestrians and crime-ridden.
I think there's a lot of components of the corridor and the boulevard that are perception-based, maybe not entirely reality-based.
One thing that some are concerned about is a proposal to relocate a homeless shelter to Memorial Boulevard. That is in its early stages and has not received approval yet, Stacy.
So what is the timeline for that Memorial Boulevard project?
Yeah, important for people to know, Stacy, that this is a years-long, long-term project. The City Commission just approved the strategy, so we have years of budget items to go through first.
All right, Stacy DeSilva live in Lakeland. Thank you.